Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming next. Good Sports was recorded on Saturday, November 14th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I am Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can ice skate on their outdoor pavilion or on their indoor rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skating sessions, their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness can be picked up at over 700 locations in KC, and it's absolutely free. Also, with this month's issue, KC Sports continues to celebrate our 18th straight year as the Sports Illustrated of Kansas City, and I celebrate my 10th year as the owner and publisher. Now, in our hockey report presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, we write about the outdoor ice pavilion, which is now open. In our Sporting Lee's Summit Soccer Report, we introduce you to this successful organization and tell you about their leagues, their camps, plus indoor soccer activities. Now, you can visit our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com, to find a link to a list of locations where you can find KC Sports and Fitness, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website, too. Now, I also want to mention that you can now get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine, and all you have to do is go to our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com, and sign up where it says Join Our Fan Club. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Now, we're here at the KC Ice Center. We're joined by Dr. Lynnn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. She is a board-certified chiropractor. She's licensed in Kansas and Missouri, and in addition to being licensed to provide general chiropractic care, Dr. McIntosh is a certified chiropractic sports physician. She works with athletes from multiple disciplines on specific sports-related problems. Welcome to the show, Dr. McIntosh. It's good to see you.
You too, Steve. In fact, we haven't seen each other since the Royals won the World Series. How exciting was that?
Absolutely wonderful. It was very exciting for the entire city and for everything. And
so
I know one of your doctors is a huge Royals fan.
Yes.
And she, I get her Facebook posts and
Absolutely.
Things like that.
Yes.
And so she was.
She was at a couple of games. And yes, she very huge fan.
Yeah.
And we were talking about stress today, and I think there's a quote, and I can't tell you who it is, that a baseball game is just a nervous breakdown divided into 9 innings. And so that's our stress we're going to talk about. I think everyone in the city was both sleep deprived and stressed watching in a good way.
Not much business got done. And believe me, I was on a deadline, so not much business got done and couldn't reach anybody. But, along with
it was so great for the city.
Yeah. Along with the Royals championship, you're celebrating your own championship sort of in the fact that you were voted the best chiropractic office in KC in 2015 by Pitch Magazine.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. That was a reader's survey, so we enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's always fun.
Well, 2 years in a row, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I think we have. This is our third time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not in a row, but.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, big trophy case in the office now?
Not really. Yeah, well, I think we do have a place where we're hanging that on the wall. But yeah. No, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and they put on it's a huge. They have hundreds of categories, so it's just fun.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Just a fun thing, and it's just nice that you can brag about that.
We like to be involved in what's going on in the community, and so it really always makes us happy when the community knows who we are.
So let's talk about some of that stress that we all faced.
Yes, absolutely.
during the World Series and just in life in general, and with the holidays coming up. I mean,
there will be a little bit more.
You can feel it already. I mean, Black Friday is every day of the week now.
Right.
So
I think they're starting in summer. I'm not really sure, but yeah.
So stress can do a lot of
really negative things.
Yeah.
Really negative things.
Let's talk about some of those negatives first as warning signs for people.
And chronic stress is worse for us than immediate stress. If you have a short-term stress where something happened and you're cortisol and all of your stress hormones and your, adrenaline goes up and all that for a short period, you can recover from that relatively quickly without a lot of side effect. It's the chronic stress that continues on that really makes such a big difference. And so, I mean, everything, it can lead to obesity, depression, anxiety, high blood pressure, all kinds of heart disease, a lot of skin conditions. I mean, you'll get people when they get more stress, get anxiety, they'll have cracked skin, they'll have stuff like that, which is the largest organ in your body. So, I mean, it affects really every area. You don't heal as well. Certainly you don't sleep as well, which then also doesn't allow you to heal as well.
Right.
The high blood pressure, definitely, we're seeing that all the time. Obesity, if you don't, those cortisol levels are it's a stress hormone. And so it's something that kind of like we're going to hang on to everything we have. So people that are trying to lose weight and don't eat anything, once that has been released, that cortisol, it has an 8-hour half-life, so you don't lose any weight for 8 hours after that anyway. So it's a lot of that is you're hanging on to everything. You're hanging on to the calories, you're hanging on to fluid, you're hanging on to other stuff.
Yeah.
And it elevates, it places demands on the thyroid, on the pineal gland, and all these other things. A lot more chemical changes in the body than we think of. We see musculoskeletal changes where people just, stay in this tense position. And so if they're at the computer or whatever, they just, then you get a postural change with the shoulders going up, lots of stress changes. You'll get, it was like, oh, they carry their stress in their shoulders. Well, it's true. You'll have trigger points, and you'll have, which is a deposit of where the muscle becomes tight, and then all of the toxins build up in that specific area. And without taking time to relax, really focusing on it, doing physical things to make that change, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. So you mentioned some of the things there that are things that you could do to help you, and of course there's a list of those things in your article in Kansas City Sports and Fitness. But let's obviously developing a positive attitude. Stress can bring out the negative.
There's a lot of studies too that the positive attitude makes you live longer. Yeah. So it's a conscious thing. You really have to focus, because it's very easy when you are stressed to complain and talk about, oh, I can't believe that happened, and that kind of thing. If you consciously look for the good things, which are a little more difficult to do when you've got so much stress, then it really makes physical changes. Your attitude makes physical changes, and so much so that you'll live longer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. One of the other things is, and I remember this with my kids when they were younger, they would get all stressed out because they had so many things to do.
Right.
And we would sit them down and we would talk to them about getting organized. And even as an adult,
huge change.
Figuring out how to put things in their place is really important.
Well, because then it's a tool to control the feeling.
Right. You're in charge.
You're in charge now, and you're making, an organized effort to make a change, which calms you down because, instead of being like, I can't do it, there's too much and everything, you get a plan to do it.
Right.
It does bring down, and then you break it down into small parts so that you can do one at a time. Just looking at everything as being overwhelming is not productive. And so one of the things that can be productive is being organized.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. One of the other things is to keep a good sense of humor, of course. That works for anything.
It really does.
One of the other ones is to exercise.
Yeah.
And exercise works for everything
pretty
in
much,
life.
Pretty much, yes, that's all true. But the more that you laugh, the more you do it, that physically changes you. It releases different chemicals, different hormones, different things. And so you really are talking about laughter being the best medicine.
Right.
It physically makes you better.
Yeah. So what are some of the chiropractic things that can be done, to help with stress? Obviously, massage is,
Massage is great. It especially for those trigger points that we talked about. And that's different than chiropractic because that is working again, to relieve those trigger points. And the difference, it's relaxing. However, if the spinal column is not lined up properly, then if you have a rotated vertebrae, and so they're supposed to sit here, and if they're either rotated or wedged and there's pressure, if that muscle has been shortened on one side and it's stretched on the other, you can relax it, with massage, but it won't actually physically change that position.
Right.
And so what we want to do is line it up and then the massage.
I got you.
So they work so well together. But there are lots and lots of studies now that talk about the physical change happens with chiropractic adjustment for chemical release, just like we're talking about. It releases anti-stress hormones. Serotonin, dopamine, all these, it does, and all the anti-stress ones. So first of all, the messages from the brain are going through the spinal cord, out the spinal nerves. So you want the rest of your body to get the messages they send, which includes the organs that are releasing these different chemicals. You want to make sure that what the brain intended to send is what the message that the end organ got. But the other part of that is just the adjustment itself releases anti-stress chemicals.
Really?
And then the alignment that results of straightening everything out maintains the messages from the brain to the rest of the body. And then when you have the massage, it realigns it. Yeah. And then you, again, now when you have something rotated and it's tight on the one side and it's stretched out on this side, well, if it's been that way a really long time, the shortened muscle is truly shortened. So it takes a while to get this to, it's not instant.
Right.
Your body only lets you move things about 1 millimeter at a time. Otherwise every time you bumped into something, you'd be all messed up.
Yeah.
So that's why it really does work well. That if that has developed scar tissue, it may take quite some time, and it may take massage, it may take something else. Our laser, the deep tissue laser, we know on the trigger points we talked about where they have toxins and everything, that kind of strangles off the exchange of good nutrients and poor toxin release. So what we want is to reduce that in size. And sometimes we use the laser for that because it penetrates 3.5 to 4 inches through and stimulates the cell itself.
Right.
So it's stimulating the mitochondria, which is the power plant of the cell, which when we have chronic stress, that's taxing all your body, all your cells. Yeah. So it helps rejuvenate everything.
Yeah. So give us your address, your phone number, your website before we go to break. And we're going to talk with Dr. McIntosh again in the next segment, too.
It's kansascitychiropractic.com. We're at 4510 Bellevue, Suite 100. It's 816-753-4600.
Very good. We're going to take a real quick break. You are watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. We're coming to you from the Kansas City Eye Center, located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. We're visiting with Dr. McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll have more of Good Sports after these messages. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for classes, or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. That's 913-441-3033. These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynnn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, get a free chair massage with your initial visit. Just mention KC Sports when you make your appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence and take advantage of the best prices of the year during the Winterstone Fall Clearance Last Blast Sale. Visit the Winterstone Pro Shop at 17101 East Kentucky Road in Independence. Find them online at winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. People today use hundreds of sources to find local information online. Have you Googled yourself lately? Bad online comments can irreparably damage you and your business. For a free online strategy review, contact Market Leverage at 816-600-0564. That's 816-600-0564. Whatever your sport, maximize your performance at Core Strategies Physical Therapy, Sports Performance, and Medical Fitness Center in Overland Park. The team at Core specializes in rehab and performance training for all ages and activity levels. To learn more about Core's sports-specific programs, visit coreptkc.com or call 913-322-4000. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. Get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Would you like to have us tape an episode of Good Sports at your business location? Call us today at 913-764-2050. Eagles Landing Golf Course is the place to play golf in the Southland and get golf ready at Eagles Landing. Sign up for 5 group lessons for $99. For more details on tournaments or memberships or to set up a tee time, visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com or call 816-318-0004. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can ice skate on their outdoor pavilion or on their indoor ice rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions, their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our Heartland Soccer Report presented by Market Leverage. This month, we feature the Sporting KC Soccer Academy. And in our Health and Fitness Report presented by the Rowe Neurology Institute, we discuss stress, which we just talked about in the last segment. We discuss a body composition analysis machine that's called the BodPod, and IT band syndrome. And we honor U.S. Army high school top performers from Grain Valley, Blue Valley North, and we feature a future soldier who goes to Olathe East. Now, you can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Core Strategies Physical Therapy, at most golf courses, at Kansas City Chiropractic, and you'll always find it here at the Kansas City Ice Center. Now, coming up in December, we will be back out here at the Kansas City Ice Center, and the KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. And on Friday, December 4th, we'll be at Plaza Liquor, located at 4500 Bellevue in Kansas City, Missouri. If you'd like to have us come out and tape a show at your business location, call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, again, we're here with Dr. Lynnn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. She is a board-certified chiropractor. She is also certified chiropractic sports physician who works with athletes from all sorts of disciplines, multiple disciplines, and she deals with specific sports-related problems. Again, thank you for coming out to the ice rink.
Thank you so much. And I think this is their first day that their outside rink is open, isn't it?
Yeah. They've had some kids skating on it for the last week, but yeah, this is the official. This is the official grand opening. It's a little bit warmer than.
Yeah, I couldn't find a parking space at first, but it cleared out. So
yeah, very very busy place.
They're busy. Yes, absolutely.
Very busy. Well, we're going to talk about something that you also offer in your practice, and it's kind of a. Wish we'd talked about it at Halloween time.
Yes.
that would have been
fun.
Good. So pretend like we're back in Halloween time. It's something called spinal decompression.
Yes.
Explain what that all means.
Oh, well, so forever you've heard about the rack, and that kind of thing, and that's what you're talking about when they would strap you in and stretch you out. Well, when you have disc problems specifically, there is a lot of pressure on those discs, and they may even have a protrusion or a bulge or a break, something like that. So an annular tear. But and you're standing. So there, as we're weight bearing, we put pressure on those.
Right.
They're the shock absorbers between the discs.
Right.
And if there's a problem with that, then it can put pressure on nerves. It can do all kinds of other things. So what we want to do is kind of pull it apart gently so that it kind of retracts back in.
I see.
Now, in the past, I mean, it's been around. Types of traction have been around for a long time, where, I mean, someone may have had it's a pulley over the door where you would put weight or water in one side and strap it to your head to pull your head up.
Oh, wow.
But it's a steady pressure, and you have to be
Right.
very careful about how much you use.
Right.
And so ours does either cervical or lumbar traction.
Okay.
But it's computerized as opposed to the old where it's just a solid one steady stretch, which, if you've already got aggravated tissue,
Right.
a lot of the times the tissue, the muscle around it is also aggravated, and now you're doing that. In the past, a lot of times they had trouble with muscle contractions that became painful.
Right.
It is a whole program that it stair steps up, and it pumps the disc. And so it's literally kind of pulling it apart and letting it off, pulling it apart.
Wow.
And it's very imperceptible. It's funny because you feel like it doesn't do a whole lot, and then at the end, the whole table
You've
goes
grown
back
3
to
inches.
Yeah. Not permanently.
Not really.
But yeah. But it does. It's doing a mechanical pumping to try and bring that disc tissue back in.
Right.
And to provide relief. And if you specifically, for disc problems of any kind, this is the specific treatment
Right.
that is, again, prior to surgery, all those kinds of things. And even if you've had surgery and you're still having pain, a lot of times this provides relief.
Right.
So it's, it's not for just any general problem. It's very disc specific is
Right.
where you get the most
Right.
results from it.
Right. So it's a non-invasive treatment.
Absolutely.
Does it work for if you have chronic issues
Oh,
with your
sure.
back?
I mean, like I said, it's just specific about what is the cause of the pain. So, there's a lot of times we've talked about chiropractically if there's things that are misaligned and there's
Right.
pressure on something that would cause pain to be sent, pain messages sent to the brain, we would correct that. And so it's in conjunction often with adjustment as well.
Right.
But for disc, this really has been the most effective treatment. With injury, prior to surgery, post-surgery,
Right.
after the healing process is finished and all that kind of stuff. But really successful. I mean, for certain people, it is the one thing that has given them by far the most relief, and they've done injections and everything else.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
how long is the typical treatment? You're basically just lying on a table, correct? And
yes,
you're
and you're
kind of strapped up.
You're kind of strapped in,
Yeah.
and because you have to have some resistance for the cable that is coming back and forth, and it's anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. At times, in the article we wrote 30 to 40.
Okay.
It depends on the severity. We certainly don't start there because we want to see, and the first time certainly we're, with you to make sure that it doesn't increase pain, anything like that.
Right. For sure. Yeah. So
15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes
is where you're starting. It's at least 20. It's at least 20.
Okay. So what do you feel when that happens? Do you really feel a pulling, or is it just very?
Yes, you will feel a pulling.
Okay.
I mean, it's actually doing the
that's
job.
That's what it's doing.
That's what it's doing. And so we don't want you to feel pain, but you will feel pulling.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So, I read a story of many years ago about Sandy Koufax, who is a famous all-star pitcher for the Dodgers back when I was growing up, and he had major back problems, and that's why he retired from baseball. But he was pitching in a World Series, and he had the back issues, and they finished the inning, and they came in and they put him on a training table, and somebody grabbed his feet and somebody grabbed his shoulders, and they just pulled and pulled and pulled until he was good enough to go back out.
That's manual traction. That's what it is. And that's, like I said, we used to do that. Now, when we talked about the rack, that's a whole nother thing, which actually pulled people apart, which was truly torture. And so it's not the same thing.
No.
It's not the same thing. Not at all.
No, you want people to walk out the door feeling better.
Yes, absolutely. We certainly do.
So you mentioned the 20 minutes. About how many treatments does it usually take for, you can't say there's an average, but,
Right. In the research, it's 15 to 20 sessions.
Okay.
We really like to try at least 10 to find out for sure. That it doesn't always, you don't always get a lot of change, or you'll get a shorter period of change for the first 5 to 10 treatments.
Okay.
Like it lasts, but it doesn't last as long as it's going to, and it continues to improve. And at first, because you are trying to make such a big change for something that hasn't had that, it is not... it's more of a marathon than a sprint.
Right,
it is definitely not an overnight type thing.
Right, I understand.
There's a few people, of course, that, it's fantastic. They feel so much better. It's great, but that's not typical.
But it's certainly effective, as you said.
Yes.
So if somebody wants to set up an appointment to talk to you about that,
absolutely.
Again, give us that information on how they can reach you.
816-753-4600. We're at 4500 Bellevue, Suite 100, and it's kansascitychiropractic.com.
Very good. Well, Dr. McIntosh, thank you so much for joining us today. I also want to mention that Dr. McIntosh has a coupon in Kansas City Sports and Fitness that with your initial visit, you can get a free chair massage. So
there you go.
Check that out as well. That'll do it for our show. My thanks to the Kansas City Ice Center for hosting us today, and Dr. Lynnn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic for joining us. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. And check out some of our other shows on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. You'll find it online at kcsportspaper.com and all over Kansas City, and it's free, so pick it up today. Thanks for tuning in to Good Sports. Watch more episodes on the Good Sports KC YouTube channel. Sign up now for winter and holiday soccer camps and clinics presented by Sporting Lee's Summit. They have a keeper clinic, striker clinic, and holiday soccer camp for ages U7 through U18. These camps are designed and facilitated by MLS Coaching, Academy, and affiliate staff. Space is limited, so register early by going to sportingls.org and clicking on Tournaments and Camps. For more information, call Sporting Lee's Summit at 816-554-BALL. Whatever your sport, maximize your performance at Core Strategies Physical Therapy, Sports Performance, and Medical Fitness Center in Overland Park. The team at Core specializes in rehab and performance training for all ages and activity levels. To learn more about Core's sports-specific programs, visit coreptkc.com or call 913-322-4000. Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or your driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. Optimal Health Center in Overland Park has sports medicine specialists who can get you back in the game. And right now, get a free consultation and half-hour massage with your coupon from Kansas City Sports and Fitness. To find out more about the wellness solutions available at Optimal Health Center, visit ohckc.org or call 913-888-3338. Be sure to check out the Kansas City Ice Center Hockey Guide inside November's Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. You'll find KC Sports Magazine at over 700 locations across Kansas City, and you can check out the issue online at kcsportspaper.com.
Are you a migraine sufferer living in Kansas City? Are you tired of trying medication after medication and nothing seems to work? Rowe Neurology Institute can help you. Dr. Vernon Rowe has been treating migraine patients in Kansas City for 30 years. At the Rowe Neurology Institute, we control migraines for 90% of the patients who come to see us by figuring out what triggers their migraines, rather than just prescribing pills. Make an appointment today with Rowe Neurology Institute. and start taking your life back.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.